Good morning, students. Today we are going to do chapter number 6 of Geography class 6, and this is titled as Major Landforms of the Earth. Now on Earth, on our planet, we have different landforms like mountains, plateaus, plains. So basically in this chapter we will talk about the three landforms: mountain, plateaus and plains. Now, our planet Earth is made up of water and land. This is something that we all know. And on land, we have different landforms which are naturally built up into different shapes and sizes. So these landforms include your mountains, valley, plateaus, plains, island and peninsula. So what is a landform to begin with? A landform is a natural feature of the solid surface of the earth, and the solid surface is also called lithosphere. We have done in earlier chapters. Now depending on the elevation means height, and the slope of different landforms, they are grouped as mountains, plateaus and plains. Now, the landforms that we find on the planet are the result of two processes, and these two processes are internal process and the external process. Now, when we talk about internal process, we mean the upliftment and sinking of the earth's surface, which actually includes your earthquake and volcano. Now, our world was once into a supercontinent called Pangaea. Okay, all these continents were linked. They were not separated by water bodies like we see them today. And why they broke apart? The reason is tectonic plates. Now, our world is divided into different tectonic plates as shown in the map here. Now, what is a tectonic plates? Tectonic plates are the slabs of crust that then they are floating on the earth upper mantle, and they are continuously moving. And right now also, as we are there, the ground below you is constantly moving. Now, the reason that the Pangaea or the supercontinent separated is the result of the plates that are moving even today. Okay, and this is the volcanic eruption. This is again part of your internal process, your volcano or the volcanic eruption and the earthquake. Now, how the internal process affect the formation of different landform, that we are going to do. The next process is the external process. External means which is happening on the earth surface. Now, when I say external process, I basically means the forces, agents like your river, the movement of water and the wind, and there's a continuous wearing away of the top layer of the mountain, that is called erosion, and there's a rebuilding of land surface which is called deposition. Now detailing, like let's do it in detail. What are the external forces shaping the earth? Now if you see on the mountain, see because of the agents like your wind, your river, these material, they flow down. It is getting eroded, and the small particles, the small when it gets break away, the small parts of mountains, they break out and they flow into the river. They come down from the mountain through the river and they settle around in the plains area. Now all these agents like your wind, heat, cold, glaciers, rivers and floods, they alter means change the surface of the earth. This is what I have explained you just now. And the results are the weathering and erosion, and the way human interact with the environment. So all these forces in combine, they alter the landforms on the earth. Now weathering creates smaller and smaller of piece, and they come and collect here the small pieces of rock on the plains, which are called sediments. And sediments can be identified or understood as fine particles of rock such as mud, sand, silt, etc. These sediments make the plains very fertile. The land becomes very fertile because of the presence of these sediments. Now we will study mountains, plateaus and plains in details. Now depending on how the mountains are formed, they are divided into three types boldly, which we are going to study in this chapter: fold mountains, block mountains and volcanic mountains. Now plateau is an elevated area. Now both your mountain and plateaus are elevated areas. So what is the difference? So that difference is that it is like a tabletop, and your mountains are steep, like they form a triangular with a peak on the top. Okay, like this. This is a mountain with a peak on the top, and they are table curved. Like you can say a mountain cut from the top is something like this. And these are your plain areas. Now there are, when we just read about tectonic plates. Now tectonic plates which are below the crust are continuously moving, but the speed is not very high. When the speed becomes more, then that result in earthquake. Now they are like when they are converging, when they are coming together, then there's a type of mountain that forms, which is your young fold mountains, and these tectonic plates diverge also. That means they go apart also, that result in a break. So this is the result of your block mountains. So these two mountains we are going to talk about now. So the primarily you have to understand that these are the fold mountains when the tectonic plates are coming nearer. They are coming nearer, and that means the tectonic plates will converge. That means they are coming closer to each other, and they will diverge. That means they are going away from each other. Now mountain, you know, is a natural elevation on the earth's surface. They are permanently frozen of ice. There are like presence of glaciers. Glaciers means the frozen rivers of ice. And mountains, when they are arranged in a series or in a line, they are called range. Now the main important mountain ranges in the world are Himalayas, Alps and Andes. Now, depending on how they are formed, they are divided into three categories, which we are going to talk about now. And these are the examples of different type of volcanoes that we have. This also will cover separately as we go in detail. Now, coming to your fold mountains, now you take a sheet of paper, and suppose this is a sheet of paper, and you to the edge of the paper you apply some force. When you apply the force, this is the structure that will come. It will be lifted up. So this is called fold mountains. Now the same thing happens when the tectonic plates, I just showed you in the in the diagram before the slide, that the tectonic plates are coming nearer. So that when they come nearer, this forms. Okay. So when the two plates collide head on, their edges crumble. The same way a paper will be pushed up. So this one. Now this is one tectonic plate. This is one tectonic plate. As they are coming nearer, when they are converging, see the fold is coming up. This is resulting in the fold mountains. Now Himalayas, Andes and Alps are the example of fold mountains. They are the young mountains of the world, and they have some of the highest peak of the world. Aravalli being the oldest known mountains, and Appalachian mountains in US and Urals of Russia are examples of again fold mountains. Now the fold mountains, they are like, the example is Mount Everest. The example is Himalayan range, and in Himalayan range we have Mount Everest, and they're still growing. And why are they growing? Because the Himalayan mountain range is the result of the two tectonic plates, naming Indian and Eurasian. So these are still moving, because I told you that we have just learned that the tectonic plates are moving. So when they are still at work, so that is why they are pushing. Now there are two processes, the external process and the internal, that the both of them keep happening. But when it is moving, when we say that the Everest is growing, so at what rate is it growing? It is about 4 millimeter, that is about a quarter of an inch every year. That is the height that it is gaining. But the erosion also, erosion is also happening. So it is actually the combination of internal and external forces together that gives the shape to the mountain. Now Everest, we know, is the tallest, highest mountain in the Himalayan mountain range and in the world. This is your Himalayan mountain range, and above the sea level. Okay, but there's one more mountain which is a underwater mountain, which is called Mauna Kea. It's in Pacific Ocean. This is the highest underwater mountain in the world. Now you can see that this is at the level, but you have, like, if you see, you will find that obviously Everest is more in height. Okay, this is Mauna Kea and this is Everest, which is bigger, this one. But if we take the complete length and or height of the mountain, then Mauna Kea from the base, it is more, because maximum part of it is underwater. So Mauna Kea is the tallest mountain when measured from the base to the summit. Summit means to the top. Now coming to the second type of mountain, the first type of mountains we studied was fold mountains. Now we have block mountains. Now what happens when the tectonic plates are separating? Okay, either they converge, or once it's that the tectonic plates will come nearer, or they will diverge. When they are diverging, the crack or the fault occurs in the earth. Okay, so when it is happening, now what is happening? If there is a crack, suppose they all were one, now there's a crack. Now this part, when there's a crack, this part will fall down. Okay, will go down. That means we have the landform which is on the top. So obviously this is an elevated part and not this one now. So this is a horst and this part is called graben. So these are called, the resultant horst is called the block mountain. Now look at this. This is the block mountain, which is the horst part. So they result when the two tectonic plates move away from each other, causing cracks on the surface of the earth. Now when parallel cracks or faults occur, the strip of land is raised and that result in the block mountain. And I just told you the upward block is called horst. An example is Rhine Valley in Europe and Vosges Mountain in Europe. In India, the mountains of Satpura and Vindhyas in the central and the western part of India are example of these block fold mountains or fold mountain or the faults. Now the third part of mountain is your volcanic mountain. They are formed due to the volcanic activities. Now this is a molten rock. Now when it is inside, it is called magma. And when it comes out, it is called lava. So this is a vent. Vent means a opening. So because of the internal pressure and the force, it comes out, and when this will come out, it will, because of the difference in the temperature, it will settle down outside it. Okay, that results in, now when there was no this thing, so that means there was only vent. So initially it was of this height. Now again the external forces will internal forces will push the magma out, then it will gain further height, then further height, and then it is still getting the its shape and the height also. So vent in the earth top layer that let the magma flow out and stops here and cools down. This is given shape to this. Now the example for volcanic mountains are your Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa and Mount Fujiana in Japan. Now we have covered the formation of mountains and the processes of the formation of different landforms. Please do watch it again for better understanding, and please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.